So, Lightyear Entertainment and MVD Visual have teamed up to give us the 4K Ultra HD / Blu-ray release for the return of Swamp Thing. Now, this is not the original Swamp Thing that was made by Wes Craven. This is the sequel. But in all reality, it's probably the one that might be responsible for the cartoon and the action figures we got later, because this is very campy. Now, if it may sound crazy for me to sit here and tell you that this one is more campy than the original, but it is. And Swamp Thing himself does battle with some other creatures, and it's very gimmicky. It screamed action figures, and eventually that's what we got with this thing from the late 80s. That's what it says about the back there being restored. The 4K actually has a 35-year later interview. So that's nice. It has a riff track music video for your ever-loving Swamp Thing by the Riff Tones. And then your Blu-ray has all of your other features, which I'm pretty sure might have been on the Rewind, MVD Rewind release of this film when it came out originally on Blu-ray. I could be wrong. I have that, but it's not handy. There's some shots of what you get there. But this release does have a slipcase, which everybody loves slipcase because people will whine and throw a fit if they don't get a slipcase. Well, you can't say the slipcase is not on there tight. So you free it from that. You open it up. I prefer the original Swamp Thing, not going to lie. But this is the only way you can get a Swamp Thing in 4K right now. And this is, like I said, look at that. A lot of nice effort put into the Blu-ray disc and effort put into the 4K disc with the steel here. I think that the details are definitely here. I feel like sometimes Blu-rays, I've said this before and people may think I'm crazy, I feel like the Blu-rays kind of pop more in some regard with color, but the 4Ks obviously have the more natural look and detail is there. This looks great. We'll give you a little example of it right here in a second. But if you're looking to trade out, or at least upgrade, your Blu-ray of The Return of Swamp Thing, then Lightyear Entertainment and MVD working together have finally gave you that option with this, starring Heather Locklear and Louis Jourdan. So yeah, fun stuff, Swamp Thing. Watch it if you haven't watched it, because I recommend it. But don't expect anything, I mean, I don't think you're going to a Swamp Thing movie expecting anything Gone with the Windish, but it's out there a little bit. Maybe not as good overall as the original, but definitely ups the camp a little bit. So this is what you get for the loading menu with Swamp Thing on the 4K disc. Remember, there is features on this disc, which is nice for a change, because a lot of people these days don't seem to want to put no extras on the actual 4K disc. Part of my steady hand here. All right. And we'll get a little look at what we got here. As you can see, it looks pretty good. As mentioned before, I mean, see? It's not bad. Very campy, very green. Which is good, because it's a lot of green in this movie. But yeah, well worth the update.